class, welcome to week 4. So I want to take you through the setup of your WordPress blog. And there's just a couple of spots where it can be a little bit confusing. I just want to say this too about WordPress. So if you've used WordPress in the past, it's definitely worth another look because they've added a lot more features. They've changed their interface so that it's more, you have the option to use it so it's more like a Wix or a Squarespace. So I do like to use WordPress because it is the #1 platform that is used in business, and WordPress.org, which is not what we're using but is another branch of the same company, WordPress, is where you can actually pay and download everything and build out your own really super customized WordPress blog. But we're not using that, but I just wanted to make that point that it's very well used in the business world and nonprofit world, so that's why I do like to use this. Okay, so I had to just set up I have a dummy kind of Gmail account that I use because I already have a WordPress account. So you are going to need to put in an email and you are going to need to verify it before you're going to be able to do anything on your blog. So once you get into this page and you just create your account, now here, it's not it used to let us skip this, and it's just sort of a pain. So I'm just going to go through it, and you can just put anything, just put food. Okay, now, so now we want to, it doesn't matter, it could be food or anything. So now, this is what you put in your blog name. Now, you might not have a definite name yet. It can be anything. You can change this later. So I'm just going to put in, so again, this is totally changeable. It has nothing to do with your URL. Just if you know, like if you have a title, put it in. Now, what we want to do is we want to get a domain name. So this is the name, obviously, this is the URL. Now, you have to play around a little bit to sometimes get the free one that you want. And we are using a free one, so it's going to have the .wordpress.com attached to it. I wouldn't, if you don't know exactly what your blog title is, I really wouldn't worry about it because this is not like, if you had your own domain, it costs like $18. So let's say I really did have a food blog and I want it to be, Susan's Healthy Cooking Blog. Okay. And I really wanted this to launch this and be professional. I would get my own domain name, so it would be, Susan's foodblog.com. But we're just doing the free version, so it's perfectly fine if you even want to just use your name, if you, some variation on your name. So it's going to give you you'll see the free options. So I'm just going to put in Susan Food Blog. Let's see what happens. Let's see what it's letting me have. Okay, so the free one is this one. So you want to come down here, okay, and susanblog.foodblog.blog. Okay, it's a lot of .blog blogs, but it's free, so I don't care. I'm taking it. Hello. Or I could come back in. I could come back up in here and I could change it. Let's see what that does. Free. Same thing. So I'm selecting that because it's free. Okay, now you're going to come to this page and you're going to be like, oh, what do I want? What do I want? And what you want is actually sort of hidden up here. So we want to start with a free site. Okay, now, once you do that, the site has been created. Now, what I'm going to do is, let me just make this a little wider so you guys can see this better. Okay. So this is kind of just your main basic menu for your blog. Okay, so my blog, this is how I get to my blog. So we want to customize it now, and we want to choose a theme. So create your home. No, we're going to do that later. I'm going to just skip that. Okay, then let's come down here, and I'm going to confirm my email address. And let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I confirmed. Now it's asking me if I want to create a tagline. So some of you are going to want a tagline. Some of you may not need one. I think a tagline is always a good idea because it gives readers a little bit more information about what your site is about. So, but I don't have to do that now, so I'm just going to skip it. I don't know why that would say 2 minutes, but whatever. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to now find and customize my site. So I'm coming over here. Is it the site that I want? No, it's design. So under design, you'll see customize and themes. Choose themes. Now what you want to do here, a couple of pointers for choosing a theme. The first thing I'm going to tell you guys is to actually, if you have a theme that you actually really like, write it down, because you'll be surprised if you change it later. You might have a hard time changing it back to what you originally chose. But the thing that you really want to remember is obviously is that you want the free ones. Now here's the thing, here's something I want you to consider. You are going to have to customize your homepage and however it looks. So what you want to do is you want to avoid something like this where it's just so much of a picture that you're going to have to find a picture, you know, that's going to work for you, that's copyright usable. So I would say avoid these. The other kind that you want to avoid are the kind where it takes the picture, like here's another one. I would not choose this one simply because you're going to have to put your own picture in there, unless of course you have a great picture and that's not an issue for you. Again, like I would skip that one. And then there are a few where the main picture, and I believe this is one, where this sort of picture overlays every site on your blog, and you don't, or every page on your blog, and you don't want that because it'll put the background in it. You want to be able to put images in each of your blog posts, so you want to just make sure that. It's perfectly fine to choose something extremely simple. Like here, it's perfectly fine to do something super simple, like something like this. Here again, like you don't really want to do something that's going to be more for like a photo portfolio. You know, you want something that the home page, you know, something like this is good, where this is fine, whatever. Pick what you want. Okay, you can switch it at any time. It's very easy to do that. Okay, so I am just going to pick, for the heck of it, let me pick one here. I'm going to pick, look at me, see, I'm having a hard time picking. All right, I'm going to pick this one. Okay, now, just instead of opening the demo, which you can do, you can just activate the design. Okay, and then you can learn about the theme. I'm just going to go to customize your site. Okay, so whatever you want to do customizing wise, you do it from your main customize menu. And this is what it looks like. So this is where, so let me just go back out and show you where we are here. If I go back out here, okay, and I'm like, oh, how do I get back there? How do I customize? Just come back here. This is your main core menu that you'll always see. And then I can go into customize. And then this is where I can change my Susan's test blog. I can change the title. I can add a tagline. It's really easy to do. Learning about life and blogs. I don't know, I'm just making this up. And then anything that you do here and you want it to stay, you just publish. Always have to publish it because it won't stay otherwise. Okay, now, here's what I would like everybody to do. Oops. So once you have your design and you like it, I'm just stretching this out a little bit. Okay, and again, customize, so you can mess around with everything that's here on this. So real quickly, let me just show you this. We're going to go into menus in a minute. Okay, and then I will show you some other things like the widgets. The homepage setting, so what you can do, I would just leave this alone for now, but you want it to be, well, I would choose your latest posts, unless you want to set up a separate page. Again, you publish that. Okay, now I'm going to go back. And then the next video I'm going to show you how to start, how you change your menu and customize a few different things.